Hello, Year 6. Welcome to Tuesday's big read lesson. Our walk for today is to expand our vocabulary, so to improve, to build upon our vocabulary. Our WILF, in order to help us do that, is to identify words that we are unfamiliar with, to identify what type of word they are, and then finally, to use the context of the sentence to define what that word could mean before checking our definition in a dictionary. Okay, so you've got a text today. You've got a transcript of the video Francis. A transcript is just a typed up, written version of a spoken piece of text. And the very first thing you need to do is you need to read through that text really carefully, and you need to highlight or underline any of the words that you're unfamiliar with. Now, I want you to be really honest with yourself. If you're a little bit of a sort of idea what they might mean, but you're not certain, you just think you've heard them and you've got a bit of an idea, I still want you to highlight those words. I still want those to be ones that you then define in this activity. When you've read through it, you're then going to highlight or underline as you go. So I've already highlighted one for you as an example. I've highlighted the word reckless, but another one you might be unsure of in that beginning bit as I read through it. You might not be quite sure what well-trod might mean, or just the word trod perhaps. So that might be another one you decide to put in. That's your first task. When you've done that, you're then going to start putting them together in a bit of a table that you're going to draw out in your books for me. Now, I've only put 4 rows there just to give you an idea of what it will look like. You're going to have a lot more than 4 words, I would have thought. But you're going to put it in and you're going to put the word, in this case, reckless, what type of word you think it is, and then a definition. To do that, you need to look carefully at where the word comes in the sentence. So here we've got Francis was 17 at the time, black-haired and with a reckless nature, determined always to leave the well-trod path, to break new ground and be alone. Now, if I look at where that comes in the sentence, reckless nature. Now, I know that nature is a noun. So when I'm thinking about what type of word reckless is, I need to think to myself, well, what gets paired up with a noun? What often comes before a noun? And I know from my expanded noun phrases that what often comes before a noun is an adjective, which is why I can safely say that reckless must be an adjective. If I then look at the context again, I need to think of an adjective that might mean something similar. And Francis was 17 at the time, black-haired and with a possibly dangerous nature, determined always to leave the well-trod path, which sort of fits in with that idea of showing a lack of caution or care. You're going to put in what you think it might mean first, and then when you've got all of those definitions that you think are right, then you can use the online dictionary or a dictionary you have at home to check that you've got those right. It's really important that you get as confident and competent as possible at defining words based on their context though, which means you've got to start understanding that if it comes alongside a noun, it's probably going to be an adjective. If it comes with a verb, it's probably going to be an adverb. A lot of the time it will be adjectives that you won't know, but it might sometimes be nouns. The difficulty with nouns is you won't be able to think of a synonym for a noun because nouns are the name of something. Things don't tend to have more than one name. Synonyms only really work for adjectives. So have a think, look at the context, look at the type of words around it to work out what type of word it would be, and then think about your definition of that word. Best of luck with that. As always, when you've done, make sure you're taking a photo, scanning them in, typing them up, whatever it is you need to do, and send them to myself or Miss Barrett, and we will get back to you with some feedback. I'll be speaking to you later on, as ever, with your English lesson, but for now, that's everything from me. Goodbye.